Today, we're going to talk about My Third Life, who or what it is, and I'm going to introduce myself and hopefully I'll get to know some of you. So stay tuned. Welcome to My Third Life. What is that? Well, it's basically what I consider to be the third act of my life. The first being a child growing up. The second, getting out on my own, joining the military, getting married, having kids, and ultimately getting divorced. Now, my kids are adults, and I had to retire early, unfortunately, from both the military and my job with the Postal Service. I realized that my life had changed dramatically from what it was before, and that idea of basically starting a whole new life came upon me. And that's where My Third Life came from. Now, the next big question, of course, is what is this channel? What is this YouTube channel about, and why did I decide to make it? Well, as far as why, well, why not? I had a lot of time on my hands. And, it seemed like an interesting thing to do. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I figured, hey, why not? I'll give it a shot. So as far as what this channel will be about, well, that's kind of still undecided. Starting off, at least, there will be quite a bit of content about comic books. Why comic books? Well, I collected comic books back in the late 80s and the early 90s when I was a teenager, and kind of got away from it, during my so-called second life when I was having kids and busy moving all over the place. And during the lockdowns, I kind of rediscovered my collection that I'd been dragging along with me every time I moved somewhere. After going through my collection, I visited some local comic book shops and started getting interested in the comic books again. I realized I'd missed a lot in 30 years. But I sold a few and realized I didn't like the prices I was getting. They were paying about 50% of fair market value, and I figured I could do better than that. So I started selling some on eBay, and then I found out about graded comics, specifically slabbed comics from like CGC. And so I sent in a few of my, favorite comics to CGC, not knowing anything about cleaning or pressing, and I was pretty disappointed with the grades I got back. Also, it took like 6 months to get those first submissions back. And one of those books that I sent in, I sent in because there was a movie coming out. And of course, by the time I got it back, the movie had come out and the prices had dropped. So part of the reason why I'm starting this YouTube channel is because I did buy my own press recently, and I've started learning how to clean and press comics. And then evaluate them to be sent in to be graded. And so that'll be a lot of what this is about. As far as other content, I'm not really sure yet. We'll talk about that as we go along. And, you can help me decide. As a matter of fact, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you have any ideas, we'll talk about it. And while you're down there, you might as well go ahead and click that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. This is my first episode, and so you can tell me all the things I'm doing wrong, and maybe I'll learn something, because this is definitely all new to me. The video, the editing, it's a big learning curve. So hopefully I'll figure this out, and maybe you can help me figure it out as well. So it's good to meet you. I am Lane from My Third Life, and I'll see you again.